or you're sitting on a block or just even on the ground, take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And if it feels okay, allow the eyes to gently close and soften. Take any movement that you need right away in the head, in the neck, in the shoulders, maybe even in the jaw, opening and closing the mouth. And then you often hear me say, think about the top of your head, like a string was attached to that. Rather than that visual, I want you to think about that curve of your neck, the back of your neck here. And then that bony point, you might even take your hand there to touch it. That prominent bone that's right there. Think about that being where that string is attached to. You can lower your hand down and then imagine that string right at the base of your neck draws straight up towards the sky, and just see what happens there whenever you think of that being the lengthening of your spine rather than just the top of your head, because really the top of your head is just like weight on top of your spine, on top of that long line. Try that on, see what that feels like. Maybe it allows you to expand through the collarbone. It might give a little bit more space or freedom in the front of the body to take a bigger breath in. Maybe even open up your mouth. Let out a slow exhale. Do that a few more times. Expanding. And then emptying. And again, breathe all the way into the top. Open your mouth. And you empty. Now start to bring in one more visual, maybe something you can't really see with your eyes, but with your mind's eye rather. Think about the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. And think about how they slightly draw down and then ever so slightly together. So it doesn't have to be this big thing where our chest really like thrusts forward, but can it just be subtle? So at the same time, think the base of your neck drawing up, bottom tips of your shoulder blades down, and then slightly in towards one another. And then notice that shift. It might actually like turn some muscles on in your upper back. That's okay. Just experience it. Take a full breath in. Big breath out. One more like that. Fill all the way up. And you empty. And keep that same awareness through movement. We're going to match movement with breath. So inhale, send your chest forward, almost like tip forward. Soften your elbows, draw them back, shoulders draw back. And I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Notice how that's a little different. Maybe even lift your chin if that feels okay. And then find the opposite, round, send your shoulders forward, drive your chin towards your chest as you lean back. Do that again. Inhale, rocks you forward. And then exhale, rocks you back. And take an inhale, come back through center, nice and tall, sweep the arms out and up. And then use your exhale to twist. Left hand to the right knee, right hand behind you. And then right back into that inhale to reach both hands high. And then exhale, twist to the left. Right hand draws over. Inhale back through center. Do that again. Twist to the right. Just turning on a little bit of heat with the breath. Rise. Exhale, you twist. And take a breath in. Reach up higher here. Start to take your hands behind you, palm over palm. Now think about the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Draw them down slightly together. Take a breath in. Think about the base of your spine rising higher. And then exhale, just drop your chin to your chest. Whoa, and that might be enough right here. You might stay. If you want a different sensation, maybe roll your right ear over to the right. Chin back through center, left ear over to the left. There's lots of feedback here. Don't push it. Breathe. And then come back through center, reach the top of your head, back up towards the sky, base of your neck still rising. Release the arms out and up. Take one breath in and you'll interlace the fingers above your head. Flip your palms up and look up towards your fingertips. And then release. Meet me in hands and knees, tabletop pose. Moving that pillow, if you have it, off to the side. Hands come underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers nice and wide. And then moving through that same sort of motion, take a breath in to lift the chest, drop the belly, chin can rise into cow. And then exhale, press into your hands, round your upper back and drop your head. Do that one more time. Inhale to broaden through the chest. And then exhale, press into your hands, drop your head as you round. And then come back to neutral. So think about it being the base of your spine, or the base of your neck, drawing forward. So that string, someone's pulling it straight forward, right? So you stay nice and long, just same line, but horizontal. And then reach the right hand up, take a big breath in, you get to twist here. And then exhale, start to thread it through, but don't drop your right ear down. Just reach over to the left. So you get a stretch in the upper back, stretch in the neck. Do that again. Inhale, rise up with the right hand. And then exhale, reach over to the left, thread it through. Now take an inhale, reach the right hand back up. Reach the right hand forward, and then set it back down. Now you get to switch. Left arm will rise, take a breath in. And then exhale, thread it through, really reach. One more like that. Inhale, open up. And exhale, thread. Inhale, reach back up. Maybe even look up. And then you get to reach your left hand forward and set it down. And then start to walk your hands up your thighs just to give your wrists a break here. Interlace your fingers and press your palms together right in front of your face. And then think about tracing an infinity symbol with your knuckles. It's a nice way to warm up the wrists a little more before we put more weight on the hands. Take one more breath in, reach your hands, still keep that clasp up and overhead. And then as you exhale, you'll send it in front of your chest, but tip that structure back. And then rise back up. Do that one more time. And then exhale, tip back. Recruit the legs, the belly. Rise back up on the inhale. And then take your elbows wide like goalposts. Feel the bottom tips of the shoulder blades draw down slightly together. Take a breath in, open the chest. And then exhale, bring the forearms together right in front of your face. Now reach the hands up and overhead. Right hand to your left wrist. Lean over to the right. Back up through center. Switch left hand to right wrist. Lean to the left. Now back up through center. Release. Hands come down. Tabletop pose. Now if you want a little bit more heat, keep spreading the fingers wide. Tuck the toes under. And you might float the knees right here. Shins parallel to the ground. And if you want a little bit of more heat, stay or meet me in down dog. We all meet there after a few rounds of breath. You just choose your journey to get there. And then find movement in down dog once you're there. Let it be full of freedom, space, maybe bending one knee at a time. You might even shake out your head yes and no. Take a breath in to rise up to your toes and either bending your knees, look to the top of your mat. 2 big steps or a bunch of tiptoes to get there. Take your feet nice and wide to land there. Just in a wide fold. And walk your hands over to the right. And then over to the left. Back through center. Really big bend in the knees here to let your arms, your head hang heavy and slowly roll all the way up to standing. Now sweep the arms out and up. Once you're there, rise. Interlace your fingers, but this time take them behind your head. Drive the elbows nice and wide here to feel the back body work just a little bit more as you open through the chest. And then maybe start to lift your chin. One more breath in. And then slowly think about coming back to neutral. Arms down along your sides, palms face forward, but still keep the collarbones broadening. So come back to that awareness. Now you're in standing. So the base of your neck draws up with that invisible string. Bottom tips of your shoulder blades down slightly together. And then bring your hands to your heart. Change nothing but your hand placement. So the back muscles still stay engaged. Shift weight into the right foot. And then pick the left knee up hip height. Play with balance. Maybe roll the left ankle. Wiggle the toes. If you want a little more, you can press that left heel forward. Take one more breath in. Try not to tip back. Think about that string drawing you straight up. And then you'll swing that left leg behind you. Land in warrior one, so that front foot comes a little wider if you want. Wider out to the right, rather. And then reach your arms up on a breath in. Start to take your arms then like wings and tip your chest forward. Palms facing down. And then think about someone pressing on your palms as they rise up. The shoulder blades draw together. And then sweep back up, warrior one. Tip it forward again, sweep the arms back, but find the engagement on the exhale. Now rise back up, warrior one. Open up, warrior two. Right into reverse, right hand will rise. Exhale, side angle, forearm to thigh, left arm over your ear. Take one more breath in to spin your chest higher. And then it's just back to warrior two, nice and easy. Straighten the legs, reach the arms high, parallel the feet. And then wide leg forward fold here. Soften the knees as you need to. Drop the head. Let gravity do work here as always. Use this as an opportunity to soften the face, soften the jaw. Release any tension. And then take your halfway lift. Maybe come to the pads of your fingers here, your chest parallel to the ground. Bend your left knee, find that side lunge. Now take your right hand underneath your nose, stay here. Maybe you reach your left hand up and you twist towards the back of your mat. Maybe left hand to your low back, whatever feels better. Take a breath in to open through the chest. And then exhale to set the left hand back down. You'll frame your right foot at the top of your mat into a low lunge. Breath in to look forward. And then a breath out to step your left foot up to meet your right. Halfway lift, breathe in. Hands catch your hips, stand all the way up. Arms down along your sides, palms face forward, shrug the shoulders as you breathe in. Open your mouth. And you and empty. And then sweep the arms out and up, you'll rise. Interlace the fingers, bring them behind your head here. Take the elbows nice and wide to feel the back body turn on. See if you can lift the sternum, lift the chin. And then use your hands to press into the back of your head to come back to neutral. Think about the weight of your head being on top of your spine, arms down along your sides. Now keep that broadness through the chest, back body engaged, hands to your heart. So really want you to focus on that as you shift weight to the left foot. Bring the right knee up. So try not to round the chest forward, try not to lean back. Just that engaged neutral. Maybe press the heel forward. Take one more breath in. You get to swing that leg back to land in warrior one. So your back heel is grounded. Front foot can come wider to create space in the hips. And then sweep the arms up as you square the shoulders. Tip the chest forward, sweep the arms back like wings. Now pause here. See if you can again pick the heads of the shoulders up. Hands rise as a result. Stay here with that back body strong. And then rise back up on an inhale. Warrior one, breathe in, reach higher. Use your exhale to tip forward, sweep the arms back. And then rise back up on the inhale. Adjust your feet to find warrior two. Reverse your warrior, left hand rises. And the exhale finds you in side angle, forearm to your side. One breath in to press your back heel down and reach your right fingertips away from that space. Back to warrior two. Straighten the legs, reach the arms high, parallel the feet. And then if you want that palm over palm behind your low back to broaden through the chest, breathe in, and then hinge at your hips. Fold forward. Now, if that bind feels good, keep it. If not, release it. Soften through the knees if you need to. Movement, also if you need it. When you're ready, hands drop down, halfway lift, chest parallel to the earth. Bend your right knee, find that side lunge. Now it's your left hand that lands underneath your nose on the ground. Reach the right arm up to twist. Maybe right hand to your low back. Take one more breath in and then release that hand down. Bring them to frame your left foot into a lunge. Take a breath in to look forward and then exhale, step your right foot up to meet the left. Forward fold, halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen. Hands catch your hips and you stand all the way up. So that's our foundation for our flow. Arms down along your sides. Pause on 2 feet for a moment as you breathe in. Open your mouth. And here you go. Bring your hands to your heart center, but feel the back body stay strong. Shift the weight into the right foot. Pick the left knee up, hip height. Maybe start to press that heel forward. Take an inhale, maybe even reach the hands high. And then swing that leg back, find warrior one. Bend through the right knee. Take your breath in right here to lift the chest higher. Exhale, tips it forward, sweeping the arms back like wings. One more like that. Let it be strong in the legs as you rise. And exhale, tip it forward, sweep the arms back with strength in the upper back. And then you'll rise up, breathe in. Open up, warrior two. Into a reverse as you inhale. And exhale, side angle. Stay here for the breath in. Back to warrior two. Straighten the legs, parallel the feet, sweeping the arms up. And then hands through your heart as you fold forward. Right into a halfway lift here. Chest parallel to the ground. Bend through your left knee, that side lunge. Right hand underneath your nose. Reach the left hand up just as you inhale. And then exhale. This time, reach it overhead. And then lower it down, kind of like we did at the beginning of class. Now frame your right foot at the top of your mat. This time, drop your left knee down. Reach the arms high overhead here. Hook the thumbs, elbows wide. Now you can stay here or start to interlace your fingers and bring them behind your head. So even though we're in an asymmetrical shape in the legs, think about the back body turning on with that same sort of stability, same sort of supports underneath you. Take a full breath in, elbows go wide, chest lifts. And then use your hands, press into the back of your head to come back up to neutral. Weight of your head on top of your spine. Reach your hands high as you inhale. Your left hand goes forward, right hand goes back as you twist. Do that again. Inhale, rise back up, face the front. And then exhale, twist, left hand forward, right hand behind you. Really use the strength of your belly to rise back up. And then for a moment, just bring your hands down to frame your front foot. Rock your chest forward. And then exhale, pull your hips back. Maybe pick the right toes up. Do that one more time. Rock forward. And then rock back. Now start to rock forward. Now we've done this fun move before. I want you to take your back toes, turn them over to the right behind you. Rise up to a modified warrior two here. Arms just go long like a T. Now your left hand will travel to the back of your mat, drop it down. Pick the right leg up. Yeah, now flex your right toes towards your nose here. Reach right arm alongside your ear. Take a breath in. And then exhale, tap right elbow, right knee. Pull it apart. Last time to tap elbow and knee. Now pull it apart. This will feel good. Right foot plants down. Rise up. Arms like that T. But your right hand drops down. Left arm rises. Skate. Maybe even look up at your top hand. Breathe in. Find tabletop to the back of your mat. You're really switching it up. Take a breath in and find cow. Let that feel good. Press down into your hands and round into cat. One more like that. Drop the belly, lift the chest. And then exhale, press down to round. Then come back to neutral. Just like you did before, you have the option to tuck your toes, float the knees for a round of breath or two. And then meet me in down dog when you're ready. Take a breath in through your nose. Open your mouth. And then just start to pull forward to plank. You can drop your knees. Slowly lower all the way down to your belly. Let your toes point back. This will feel good for the upper back. Take the hands wide, tense them. Bending through the elbows. Lifting the heart, find a wide cobra. And then exhale, release, chest to the ground. Do that again. Inhale, rise up nice and slow. Maybe even open up your mouth. As you release back to the ground. Take your hands under your shoulders. Downward facing dog. You can press through your knees, maybe through child's pose. We all meet there. Oh, that's just like half of a circle. My goodness, don't worry. The other half is much shorter. Take a breath in. Open your mouth. You can lift your right leg up. Maybe roll the ankle again, wiggle the toe. And just step right foot to your right hand. I want you to soften that back knee, your left knee. Just soften it. So then you can pick your hands up off the ground and have that big support under your right big toe. And then rise up, high lunge. So it's a mindful sort of lunge here. Interlace your hands behind your head. Last time on this side, to take the elbows wide and then lift the chest. So notice how we're now on this higher pathway with that knee off the ground. Can the belly still stay strong, and can the back body, the upper body, work to open the chest? And then use the weight of your head to stack back on top of your spine. Take a breath in, reach the hands high. Just open up to warrior two. Now Now straighten the legs, reach the arms up, parallel the feet for a moment. Heels come in, toes come out, bend your knees. Find goddess pose. Hands can come to your heart. And this is a shape for me where my shoulders want to round right away. So try and do the opposite. Think about the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. Think about the base of the neck. What's happening in that space? Can it be strong? Last round of breath. Straighten the legs, parallel the feet, sweep the arms up just for a big breath in. And then you step to the top of your mat. Nothing totally fancy here. Just palms facing forward. A moment on 2 feet to reset. Maybe shrug the shoulders as you breathe in. Open your mouth. Draw them down and back. Again, back body is working, hands to your heart. Shift weight into the left foot. Right knee comes up, hip height. Stay here, or maybe press the heel forward. Maybe reach the hands high, but don't lose the engagement of that back body. As you swing that right leg behind you, land in warrior 1. Readjust the feet, take a breath in, rise higher. Tip the chest forward, sweep the arms back like wings, but let it be strong, intentional. Rise up, do it again. Breathe in. Tip forward, sweep the arms back. And then you'll rise up for a huge inhale, open up, warrior 2. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, side angle. Stay for the breath in. Back to warrior 2. Straighten the legs, parallel the feet, reach arms high, fold forward. Right into a halfway lift. Bend through your right knee into that side lunge. Left hand underneath your nose, right arm rises just for the breath in. Reach your right hand overhead. Let it find the ground, and then crawl your way back into that low lunge, facing the front. Drop your right knee. Reach the arms overhead. Once you find that foundation, interlace your fingers behind your head. Make a little cradle and take your elbows wide. Breath in to broaden. Breath out to soften. One more inhale to feel the back body turn on. Weight of your head, bring it right on top of your spine. Take a breath in right here. And then a breath out, hands come down, framing your left foot. You'll rock the hands forward, rock the hips forward rather, and then pull the hips back and maybe pick the left toes up. Doesn't have to be straight, don't worry. Rock forward, and then rock back. Now rock forward for a moment and then turn your back toes over to the left. Readjust the feet, or that front foot rather, and then come up to that modified warrior 2. That's for a moment. So now we're facing the long edge of your mat. Right hand drops to the back. Pick your left leg up. Reach left arm over your ear. You just have 2. Take a breath in to pull it apart. Exhale to find the strength, elbow and knee tap, maybe hand taps, whatever works. Inhale, open it up. And then exhale, draw it in. Inhale, open it up. Plant that foot, rise up, gate pose. Let it be like a sweet release. Meet me in tabletop, facing the back of your mat. You're almost there. Inhale, find cow. Round and find cat. Take 2 more rounds on your own. And anything else that you need along the way. Bringing the head and the neck into that movement. And then meet me in down dog. Pull forward to plank. If you want to drop your knees, you can lower all the way to your belly. Take your hands out wide to tent them, lift your chest, breathe in, wide cobra. Then exhale like a wave. You find the earth. Do that one more time. Legs engaged, chest rises. And then exhale, soften and melt. Hands under shoulders, press through your knees. Back to down dog. Breath in through your nose. Open your mouth. Left leg will rise. Roll the ankle, wiggle the toes. Step your left foot forward. Now soften your right knee, flip the hands, and you'll slowly rise up. That's one of my favorite songs. Such a nice version. Reach the hands up and overhead when you're ready. Interlace the fingers, bring them behind your head. One last time to take the elbows nice and wide. Feel the sternum lifting. Keep that back knee soft so there's no crunching in the low back. And then you use your hands to press the weight of the head back to neutral. Warrior two, your left knee stays bent just for a moment. Straighten the legs, parallel the feet. Heels in, toes out. Last time to find goddess. So feel the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Base of your neck drawing up. Hands to your heart. Stay and breathe just for two. In and out through your nose. Last one. You get to straighten the legs, parallel the feet, arms draw up. Hook the thumbs, elbows wide, lift the chest. And then step to the front of your mat. Feet about hips width distance, maybe a little wider. Arms down along your sides, palms forward. Close the eyes if you can, or soften your gaze. If you want, one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart, just to connect physically to your body, physically to your breath. About 3 to 5 rounds right here, just in stillness and standing. Notice if it feels different than before. Take a breath in all the way to the top when you're ready. Open your mouth. Slow exhale to the bottom. And nice and slow here, you'll rise all the way up with the arms, maybe even look up. Maybe even take the feet wider, bend the knees a lot to hinge the hips and fold. Halfway lift, chest goes forward. Take your hands down, step back to down dog. Nice and easy, you're not here long, it's your last one. Breathe in, breathe out. Drop your knees. Lift the chest, last cow. Round for cat. And then back to center. This time you'll reach the right hand up, breathe in. And you really get to thread the needle here. So your right hand will come through to the left, through this opening. And then you'll bring your right ear, right temple, right cheek, whatever lands, down on the ground. And then you can move your left hand to really support the weight, or counter the weight rather, as you reach through the right fingertips. Maybe press down through that left hand and start to lean your upper back away from your right hand here. Now, if you want a little bit more, you really want to feel adventurous, maybe take your left foot over towards your right hand. They won't touch. I mean, at least mine don't, but your left leg just comes out to the left and you stamp that foot down So you don't really do like a somersault or a backward somersault here. And then revisit your upper back. How can you create a little bit more space there? By leaning your way away from your right hand. Stay. One more full breath in. Big breath out. And bring that left hand closer for support. That left knee returns. Reach the right arm up. Reach it forward. And let the hand set back down. Take a round of cat-cow if that feels good to reset here in the middle. And come back to neutral. Your left hand will rise, you'll open up. And then you get to thread. This time your left ear, left temple comes down. Readjust the right hand for support and then think about leaning away from your left fingertips with the upper back. If you want that added bonus, right leg goes out to the right. See if you can soften the jaw. Notice if you're clenching. Take one more full breath in. Breathe out. Right hand returns. Make your way back to the tabletop. Maybe lateral movements side to side. Rock the head, rock the neck. Rock in a circle one direction and the other. And then find a seat. It's and easy. One shin in front of the other. Sit up nice and tall here. Shrug the shoulders. Breathe in. Draw them back and down. Start to take the arms out like a T, palms face forward for a moment. And then I want you to turn the thumbs down, palms back. And start to bend through the elbows. Take palm over palm behind your low back here. Can you broaden through the chest? Think about the base of your neck drawing up. And then keep all of that. Drop your chin to your chest. So only the head moves. Roll the right ear to the right. And then chin back through center. Left ear to the left. Back through center. And release the arms. Let the top of the head rise. Hands touch your knees. Nice and tall, you sit up. Take one last breath in through your nose. Open your mouth. Ah. And then you'll just slowly make your way to your back. Make sure you have enough space behind you. And you can, for a moment, take your legs long, reach arms overhead. Find a long body stretch here. Maybe point your toes forward, rock your head. And then take your arms out like a T, but your palms will flip up. So you still encourage that chest opening here. You might even think about where your shoulder blades land in space. Can you maybe even scoop them underneath you to a point that feels supportive, like you're neutral, no strain, just release. And if you want one final twist here, maybe consider bending the knees, planting the feet, but take them nice and wide apart. And then drop both knees over to the right. Back through center, both knees over to the left. Back through center. And then release or take any final shapes that you need. Maybe your arms come closer towards your sides, or they stay long like a T, whatever allows your chest to stay open. It allows your back body to soften and release towards the ground. Allow your next breath to be just a little bit bigger. Send a little more energy to your fingers, to your toes. Even rock your head slowly side to side. Start to bend your knees. Allow them to fall to the side of your choice, rolling onto your side, and then just pressing yourself up to find a seat. Once you're there, sit up nice and tall. Revisit that sensation at the base of your neck, rising higher. Bring your hands together in front of your heart one last time. Breathe all the way in. Open your mouth. And send your thumb tips to the center of your forehead, using this time on your mat or this time to practice as a time where you can be just a little bit kinder to yourself. So you can then share that kindness out with others. Namaste.